again, it's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Opinionation. We're here. Yeah. It's your man, We Juice, We World, Hassan, TTT, McCullough, and the pious one in the dark down there, like he's in hell trying to make a deal or something. Ty Birch. It's very dark where he is, though. It's like he's the light, but it's a very dark environment that he's traveling through. Yea, though I
Speaking
walk
of
through
speaking of
the
light,
valley of.
your light is immaculate this week.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Yo, man. Hey, don't. What do you mean? That was a hit song. Don't do that. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
What song? What song was a hit long? Hit
What I
song.
just what I just did can be.
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't
okay.
scoff at. Don't scoff. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have another interesting topic, as we normally try to, and that is, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready, willing, and able.
I'm just gonna wait a second. Let that go by. Okay, cool. This week's topic, Opinionation, is the ego. The ego. Lego my ego. What you mean the ego? Ty, do you have an ego?
A big one.
Oh. Okay. Hassan, do you have an ego? Wow, that's no, hold up. No, stop the show. You see that
Be
pause,
educated.
there's a lot of information in a pause. See, in the black space between the planets, there is a lot of information. Do not make that mistake to think that that black space is nothing. That pause is the black space between the planets. And it means something.
Oh, what does it mean? I mean,
do you have an
have
ego,
to have
brother?
an ego to live. Do you have to have an ego to be able to live in this body anyway? So I say yes, I have an ego.
Okay.
Yes.
That it seemed like you were tortured to get
Yes.
that out, but let me ask you
Yes.
this, Hassan. Is the ego good or
Yeah.
evil? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Let's have an agreement. Let me finish the question before you try to answer it. We good? We can do that? Okay, cool. So is the ego
my amigo.
good? Is the ego good or evil?
Ooh, damn. That's a lot to unpack because the ego can be evil and your ego can be good. So I guess you have to have a balance. So you just balance, balance. You have to have an ego to live, but you also have to massage your ego by doing shadow work if you have a strong ego, because your ego can lead you into fuckery shit, by having a big ego.
Can lead you into fuckery. Okay. Is there a definition? Is there a As a matter of fact, before we go further, why don't we do this? Why don't we get the definition? That way we're all on the same page.
Okay. Yeah, get the definition of your ego.
Mr. Mickens, how are you, bro?
I'm good, G. My bad.
No, you all good. Good to see you, man. We're just trying to get the screens together. Can you guys see that screen yet or no?
Look like it's getting there.
Can you see the screen I'm trying to share, or is it not happening? Man, this thing has its own mind, I promise you. Okay, here we go. Now we have a little something. Okay.
Yeah, hey, most of them.
Can you see that screen? Hey, Risky Business, can you see the screen?
I cannot. I don't know why I can't. But hold on.
Ty,
I know why
just because you're Risky Business. That's
I can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see it. I mean, it's just like, I don't even know why I asked Hassan anything. I'm sorry. Okay, so Kenny, this
Why?
week, hold on this time. This week we're having a discussion about the ego. The ego. So Merriam-Webster describes the ego or defines the ego as the self, especially as contrasted with another self or the world. It goes on to say the one. Hold on, Hassan. You know you
Go
really are
ahead.
like that student
Go
in the
ahead.
class rocking on his chair, chewing gum. You really are that dude. Okay, let me just get this last little definition. Merriam-Webster for ego. The one of the three divisions of the psyche and psychoanalytic theory that serves as the organized conscious mediator between the person and reality, especially by functioning both in the perception of and adaptation to reality. Now, that is the Western definition of the ego. Kenny, do you have an ego, and is the ego good or evil?
I think everybody got an ego. It's
Oh.
a matter of keeping it in check, though.
Bars.
If you let yourself
Flow. Oh,
self-aggrandize
sorry.
and think you're bigger than everybody else,
Oh,
then your ego might be
what
out
kind
of
of person
control.
would
But
that be? Wait a minute. You got people that be feeling like they're better than other people?
without a doubt,
Wow.
so your ego is not a bad thing. I mean, ego has driven people to make some great things.
That's a good point.
So,
Well, wait, but like what? What has the ego
Yeah.
driven mankind to do?
well, mankind through ego probably said, "Hey, you know what? I want to be able to fly like a bird."
Oh.
So that put somebody on the path to try to create a plane or a system that flies you
Hey, Kenny, can I ask you a
somewhere
question?
else.
Can I ask you a question?
Ibn Fernat was the
Can I
first
ask you,
person to fly. Ibn Fernat was the
can I ask
first
y'all both a
person to
question?
fly.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Ibn Fernat,
did
Muslim guy.
humans really create the machines that we fly in?
No.
I can believe that.
No.
I don't believe
Ibn Fernat.
we're incapable of coming up with any ideas.
I promise you, the more that I live, and this is just from living, you know, I've been fortunate enough to live. We all here have been able to be a half century and older. We are fortunate. The more I live, the more I say, you know, genius comes around like maybe what, 3 times a century? Like what, like once every 2 centuries? Like what? What do we, what? What? Have you walked around planet Earth? I mean, can you travel? And there are lovely people. Don't get me wrong. It's the difference between lovely and nice and, you know, tolerant and even stuff like that, and intelligent and genius and innovative. There's a difference between, and you know, most people are followers, even though we all have egos.
Well, one thing I don't know if you checked in on necessity. Sometimes necessity
I like that.
makes you create something also. So
It's the mother of invention, they say.
that's what they say. So sometimes your ego says, I'm going to create a system that can pull water and bring water or light. I'm thinking of an African young man who invented or created a way to bring power and electricity to his village.
Yeah.
Um,
It's disrespectful that you don't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about.
it is, but and he was a young dude, so
Just disrespectful old man.
even better.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But
Well,
didn't the
listen,
Moors?
That's why we have this internet
what did you
thing.
say, Hassan?
Didn't the Moors create the aqueducts in their cities in
Oh,
Spain?
see,
They're
I
the
like
one who did
I like
that.
that the diversion in the conversation because there's a lot of we did we are French. For us to be over here in America, we speak French fluent. You understand
I
me?
said didn't.
We.
Yeah,
Well, Kenny, I'm talking about
we.
Kenny. I don't know, Kenny. I mean, these systems. When you talk about aqueducts and things like that, you done been to Egypt. You've been to Egypt. There's aqueducts in Egypt. So I don't know. I mean, where we start one. Who started counting? Who said 1, 2, 3, 4? Like who started counting? How did we get to 2020, whatever this is? Who started that? Whose ego was big enough to say, I'm counting time right now. I'm starting time, everybody. Hey,
Well, some
everybody.
would say, some inspirations were God given.
Oh. Well, aren't all inspiration? Don't do that. Don't do that. Aren't all inspirations God given, good or bad, up or down, left or right? Aren't they all God given? Or
Yeah,
you
we
got,
are source.
separate inspirations outside of God? How does that work?
Well, not everybody believes, so I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to let my ego speak for everybody and say that was given to them. I mean, they might say no, it was me. Their ego might say no, it was me.
Oh, see, that would be.
I think I was thinking of the young man. His name is
Don't do that. We all have the internet. Don't do that, Kenny. Kenny is crazy.
Hey, listen.
Kenny
I'm
think we
telling you,
sit up here.
I can give you his name. Ain't no need not to give him his props.
That's right. That's right.
His name is William Hamkowalby.
Now say that again. Don't do that. See?
Hey, man, listen.
Pam
But because of, like I
Kowaldi.
said,
Pam
sometimes out of
Kowaldi?
necessity, Pam Kowalby.
Okay. Pam Kowaldi.
So he helped build windmills in his village because to help power things because his village they were poverty stricken and famine stricken. So
yeah.
sometimes necessity build it.
No doubt about it.
It has to be a bit of an ego in there to say that you can.
That I can do it. Let me, hey, Ty, man. You there? You trekking through? Let me ask you a question real quick, bro.
What's that, man?
Who has the bigger ego, men or women? Oh, and you in the home setting too? Oh, my bad. You in the domicile?
Yeah.
You in the domestic setting? I don't mean to. Who has the bigger ego in your household? No.
I think
who has the bigger ego, men or women?
Me.
Oh.
Me.
It's not even men, just you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you falling on the sword.
I thought you were going to ask.
It's almost as if like you're in a hostage situation and you can't really talk. You're like me. Me.
No, that's it.
You sure?
Hey, Dom, sometimes you don't want to
blink,
say that because the other half might now have ammunition.
Hey, you can blink.
Saying it on the low is like me.
If you safe, blink 4 times.
Wait,
that was 3. No. That was 3, y'all. No. It's okay, Ty. We understand. Hey, Hassan, make that call. So yeah, Ty's in the northeast of Philadelphia. Go ahead and make that call. He's in desperate need. He's in trouble.
Hold on. That's my hat going up.
Yo, you blinked 3 times. I said blink 4 times if you're okay. He blinked 3 times. Okay. Jesus Christ. What is happening?
The first one, I was clearing my allergies out of my eyes.
Okay.
You gotta pass me my hat. I'm gonna throw my hat up so you
must
come
be in
get me.
serious trouble. She must be beating you behind. She must be beating your butt over there.
Kenny, you the closest. Kenny, you the closest, so I'm gonna need you to
see he is.
I'm here for you.
Kenny somewhere lounging. Kenny probably in Barbados somewhere, man. Don't think Kenny in Philadelphia. Hassan, who's more egotistical, the woman or the man? Unmute yourself, brother. Brother, risky business.
That's a good. Okay, so based on the fact that Ty was avoiding this.
Very much so. I promise you, he's in a scenario where he can't be open.
If a person that didn't have the biggest ego, it wouldn't be a problem. Okay. It wouldn't be a problem. He could just answer in that person.
You said he don't got it. You saying he don't wear the pants is what you saying.
I did not say none of that about
you
wearing
did
no
just
pants.
say that.
I did not say
You
that.
did just say that. You said the
said
tie don't wear
ego.
the pants.
I did not.
I heard you.
I did not say that.
I heard you. You
Nigga,
just
please.
said it. You said Ty doesn't wear the pants in his household.
I did not say the fact that he didn't want to answer the question. I did not say that. Don't go down this rabbit hole. But women, I would say, have the biggest ego because, like men, we can Jones and talk shit about each other, right? We can do that amongst each other, call each other names, Jones with each other. But you cannot. Women do not get down the same way. Why is that?
Don't you be talking about
Why
women like that?
down?
Don't you be talking about women like that? Don't you be doing?
I'm not saying.
Hassan, you better not be talking about women like that.
I love women. I deliver. I love women. I love women.
Hey, yo.
I love women.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't. What'd you say?
Hey,
I don't
Hassan,
hate them
please
no
don't
more.
use that brother as a reference.
Hey, yo.
What?
I can't believe you just did that. I can't even believe
What,
Just use that brother as a reference because the way he said it.
Oh God,
wasn't very convincing.
Dude,
not you.
Was it not
the brother who first said that?
It was convincing, all right. It was convincing, actually.
It was very
followed
convincing. We all know it's convincing. We both know it, but the fact is, it may be a thing that women don't like you talking shit about them and stuff like that in front of their face, but behind their back they can talk shit.
Or let's not leave this moment. Or Kenny, it could be Kenny has a sister. Kenny has a beautiful sister. We grew up. Kenny's sister was one of the untouchable, bad older little chicks on the block. You know, we couldn't say nothing to him. We didn't say nothing to him. Wasn't nothing we could say. But guess what? Kenny's pretty sister. Our friend Elmer's pretty sisters. We had a bunch of pretty girls. The Lassiters had pretty girl. Oh, remember Gina Lassiter? Oh my God, dude! The world should know who Gina Lassiter from 1987 is. The world should know who this person is. This is an immaculate species. But guess what? All of these women were coddled since birth. They were all given gumdrops and told that they could do nothing wrong, and that I mean, as long as you're sweet and have some decorum, you should be good. Like that's the package women get. Tell me when I'm lying.
You're not.
So we go ahead.
We have an ego that even though you take a woman,
we do,
like Vanessa Williams, some supermodel. There's some dude that's going to walk up and say, "How you doing? I think I'm good enough to get with you."
Indeed.
So I think we have the bigger ego because it takes a lot of ego to walk up to a woman and say, "How you doing? Can I talk to you?"
Is that
Is that confidence? I'm using 1980 references. But
is that confidence or ego, though? Is that abundance of love or ego? It seems like it's different. Is that confidence or love of abundance or ego?
Do you not need ego to be confident?
No. I mean,
you don't need ego to be confident. Is what you're saying.
I think you do.
That's true.
You know what I think, Hassan? I want you to think about what I say before you say anything.
Do you? But listen, if you saying that men have a bigger ego, men can take accountability and stuff about certain things. Like if you talk shit about, hey, you got some big ass lips. Hey, Dom, you got some big ass lips, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Niggas talking shit, but if you say that to a woman, they'll get pissed off and they'll be mad. So I don't know.
To your point, can you be accountable with an overinflated ego? Can you be accountable with an overinflated ego? So if you're saying that women have an overinflated ego, can you be accountable?
Because if you sometimes yeah, exactly. Can you be accountable in an overinflated ego?
Is it possible? Can you have balance? I mean, because we said that there's good ego and there's bad ego, right?
We kind of said that.
Or have we not said that? Well, let's say it officially. Shouldn't there be good ego and bad ego? Because like Kenny said, for the species to move forward, Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let's listen in. Wait a minute now. This is going to get good. The show get good.
Don't listen to that, Kel. She
my bad.
She not giving me the whole truth.
Oh, my bad.
Nobody grabbing her booty.
Oh.
She is not giving the world the whole truth.
Oh. I don't think he knows that he's on with it. Anyway, okay. The ego. Yeah, we were talking about. Is that what?
Wait, but he's not in the room anymore though. How can we still hear? Or is that
Kenny's still in the room? That's Kenny.
I'm back.
Yeah, he's back. Okay. So again, can you be accountable with an overinflated ego? Is that possible?
No. You can't be accountable with an overinflated ego. That's why it's called shadow work. No. That's
Kenny,
why you have
what say you?
Shadow work.
That's a tough one. When you say accountable for what?
Well, listen, just accountable in general. If your ego is overinflated, do you have the ability to say, my bad? Accountability.
A lot of times you don't. A lot of times you won't have that ability to say that you are accountable. So unfortunately, you
so your
ego definitely won't let you. Your ego won't let you. It won't tell you that you'll say, "Yeah, I'm wrong," or I'm not right.
By very definition, almost, if you think about it, by the very definition of having an overinflated ego, it's almost like you can't be accountable because you're unbalanced, you're imbalanced. Oh my word, we have a Kenneth, ladies and gentlemen, Kenneth Mickens sighting.
I'm back. I still can't find
2B.
I still can't find my handheld.
Well, you're all right.
What?
You're all right.
I'll be here.
You got that 3 times dope gumpy going on.
Wow. This dude ain't even from the East. He just said you got an ESP.
I got the 3 times dope. I got the
ES Act Nicholas one. Wow.
I got the Act Nicholas. Wow.
For the 50-year anniversary. Shout out. Wow. Okay, look. Check
my
it out. Let's get specific real quick. Hassan. Who's more egotistical?
My dividends.
Let's get specific. Talk about the greatest man alive. Who's more egotistical specifically? The black man, quote unquote, or the black woman, quote unquote?
Dude, we just come on, man. Man.
Deliver us from evil. Okay. Deliver us from evil, bro.
Deliver us from evil. I would say the indigenous woman has a bigger ego.
Oh.
Okay. This is why I say that. Because they can look down upon the melanated man and give them shit. Where the man doesn't really do that to the melanated woman.
Well, you would have a lot of melanated women telling you, what are you talking about?
The opposite, right? But, Okay.
But that's the point. Knowing the full landscape, what you do, what is your hypothesis? What is your theory on whether or not the melanated man is more egotistical than the melanated woman? Let's think about it for a second. Wait a minute. Let's go melanated woman first. We have wet-ass pussy, melanated woman. That's kind of egotistical. Pound Town. That's a little. I don't need a man. That whole narrative and
that part.
Twerking on every statue known to mankind. These are very ego drawn activities. Twerking to twerk is egotistical, is it not, Kenny? If you're twerking as a woman, it's not your ego on fleek, as the kids used to say.
Isn't that just dancing, man? That's just dancing.
Kenny, are you there, Kenny?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is twerking not an egotistical activity?
It's not.
Dancing.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
just dancing. It's just dancing.
Dancing is
dance.
egotistical. Why? But
It was
again,
actually an African
you're saying
dance.
we're not saying what's bad or good. We're just asking, is it? Is it? So dancing is egotistical too. What are you talking about? To get out and get on a dance floor and start dancing around, you don't think that takes ego? What are you talking about? That sounds
Oh,
crazy.
it actually does take some. It does take some ego
So,
because
so is
you know you're going
confidence
to be
ego?
judged.
Right.
So
You know you're going
confidence
to
is
be
ego, right?
judged. Huh?
So confidence is ego?
I think
Confidence
the
is definitely
ego
ego.
is related to confidence. They twins. They brothers. I promise you that. How can confidence not
So
be brother or ego?
mm, mm,
Confidence definitely has
okay.
poured the cereal first and then poured the milk on with
Ah,
ego.
golly. Just yeah.
It's but the reason why I say dancing is not necessarily ego
Man,
because that's just a specific dance.
are you man?
Twerking is just a specific dance. Dancing
Twerking,
period. I
okay.
don't think.
Dancing regular, right? Just regular dancing. If you ask me, that takes ego because, like you mentioned, you know people are going to be judging you. You have to overcome that in your own mind and your own psyche and just do your thing. Now that's regular dancing. Guess what? When you got your butt up in the air with your cheeks slapping one another back and forth, clapping. If you know if you got a really good physique, that is very much saying, "Hey, look at my ass." Number one, like, what's more egotistical than, "Hey, look at my ass"?
Well, I guess you're
I
right.
get
I
that.
mean, when you look at it in that sense, you definitely have to have some type of confidence to, like you
To
said,
ask people
booty
to look at
clap.
your ass.
You have to have
Well,
some type of confidence to booty clap in a sense.
To booty clap in public or anywhere for that matter. I mean, well, you know, private is fine.
booty
Man,
clap. Booty
booty
clap.
clap. That takes a lot of confidence. So when you ask who per capita does the most twerking, we can find out who has the most confidence and the most ego. Who does the most twerking? Oh, I'm wondering. Oh, let's
I
put the
haven't
Jeopardy
seen
music
any
in right
guy.
here. Put the Jeopardy music in right here.
I haven't seen any guys doing twerking. You know,
So it's
let
not
me tell
guys
you.
twerking. Okay, so who is it? The Asian women twerking?
Yeah, they're twerking also.
Oh, okay. There it is then. Then we need to go after the Asian women. Tell them to
But
get their stuff
hold
right.
on. So that means, I mean, okay. So if you can't dance, then you don't have no ego, right?
Well, no, that's ridiculous. Dancing is just a form,
Okay.
a way to express your ego or, you know, express something, but we're using our ego, whether we're using other things as well. There's no way to get out of the ego as a part of dancing. I mean, unless you're just dancing in a room, even if you're dancing in a room in front of the mirror, there's some ego involved there. There's probably a lot of ego involved there.
Well,
You can't have
actually,
an ego with
wouldn't that be a
yourself.
lack of it? If you're just dancing in
Yeah,
the,
you can't have an ego with yourself. You battling yourself. You have an ego
you're
with
lacking
yourself.
confidence then.
Well, not if you're getting ready to go out for the night and you're just getting your dance moves together.
Trying to practice. Oh,
maybe
you're
I'm
trying to
maybe
practice.
I'm
Isn't that practice ego?
revealing a little too much, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm sorry.
So you have a pre-shaky butt before you go shaky butt.
A pre-game, what do they call it? A tailgate, a tail butt.
You
Tailgate.
What is going on, man?
I like
you tailgate before you go out shaky butt.
Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, man. Let's keep it moving. So is
tailgate.
coming out as gay egotistical?
Ooh.
I'm coming out. I'm out. The fuck?
I
What?
want to let you know.
You what? I'm out. Is that egotistical? I mean, is that a bad question? Am I rubbing feathers or something or doing something? Hassan, is it egotistical to come out as gay? Like what? Like, have I come out? Have you come out as straight yet? Hassan, have you come out as straight yet? Look at Kenny. Kenny
have
don't even
not
want to
come
show
out
his face
straight.
right now. You said you have not.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
I did not come out straight.
What did you just say?
I don't have to come out straight because I'm straight. I mean,
okay. All right. So, but is coming out as gay egotistical? Do you have to have a big ego to be like, I'm this way now, like I'm this way? Is that like a big ego thing?
Oh man,
I'm being serious too.
Though. See, now we have to say is confidence ego, as we keep on saying that.
How can it not be related? Ego? How can it not be related? How can confidence not be related to ego? I mean,
so if I got it, so there's no reason for me to do no shadow work because I'm confident in my life. I don't need to do no shadow work. Okay, right? I'm confident. I don't need to do no shadow work to lower my ego because I'm confident. It's good to be confident, so I don't need to do that. Right? Doesn't that say that? I mean, am I confused here?
I didn't say any of that. I don't. Kenny,
I'm just saying you got to have, So
Kenny, is it egotistical to come out as gay? Is that egotistical? If I came out as somebody that liked smelling feet, am I doing too much by letting the world know? Like, why you let me know you like to smell feet? Like you putting that on display? Isn't that a little egotistical to let everybody know that I like to smell feet?
I think it all kind of falls under confidence.
Oh.
And if we're saying confidence is a part of the ego, is related, then I guess it would be.
But we're not saying
it definitely takes confidence to say, I'm going to live this truth that they feel like that is their truth. So I guess it is a confidence thing because they know they're going to get backlash. I mean, unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
And remember, ego, we're not saying, we know the ego can be good and bad. It's just a matter of how you check it. It really is a matter of how you check it. I was just wondering, though, if I'm coming out with a certain type of my sexuality, is that me being confident or is that just me being on fire? Like, what do you mean? Like, why are you? That's very egotistical to think that other people care that I like to smell feet.
But is that a fake ego though?
What you mean?
Is that faking?
Fake what?
Trying to show people. If you faking it, because if you gotta show people what you like, then why you have to show somebody? You should just be what it is. Like I didn't have to show people that I was straight. I just is what it is.
Oh.
So
well, maybe on Devil's Advocate, maybe someone gay would say, well, it wasn't always that we could come out and be ourselves and motherfuckers would try to beat us up and shit like that, but just trying to be who we are. Listen, I've never wanted to fucking hit a gay person in my life. As a matter of fact, I don't really want to hit nobody as long as you ain't bothering me. But the whole thing is, go ahead, what?
So that's the ego on the opposite end. Is somebody getting mad at somebody being gay. That's the ego right there. That's really what that is. If somebody getting mad at somebody being them, why they get mad? That sounds like that's part of your ego getting mad about something.
Well, why would someone's ego get mad that somebody else is gay?
I don't know. But if that's what it is, why would the ego is attached to hate then?
Well, I think the ego is attached to both good and bad. I think it's attached to good and bad. I think you can use it or overuse it. It could get you through. It could get you through some hate that is even unwarranted. You can know better. You can know, like, yo, that's some BS. I'm better than that. That's ridiculous. They're trying to make me seem like I'm nothing. And that can sustain you. That can balance out the hate you're getting. Or you could be like Hassan, wearing risky business glasses, ego-driven, just, you know what I mean? He's God. He said he's God. You see what I'm saying? Ego. Squeeze a little bit. See, look how he's looking at me.
Look. You talking about me?
If you talking about me, you got Italian real quick. You talking to me? You talking to me?
You're talking to me. Hey, this is just, I'm just sporting some glasses. Has nothing to do with my ego.
Nothing to do with ego. No, of course not. No, of course. I mean, I never thought it had anything to do with ego. All right.
Well, so okay, so love is ego, hate is ego, right?
Well, yeah, let's
Love
get
ego,
into it.
loving
So,
somebody ego.
love as ego.
Mm-hmm.
Well, number one, Kenny, you can only love yourself. I mean, you can tell everybody else you love them, but you're telling them. I mean, you know, your actions are love too. But love is self-emanated. So, you know, ego and love have to go together because if you don't love yourself, how can you really love anyone else?
Very hard.
Okay. Oh. So
Very
okay,
hard.
so it's love. Okay, no. Okay, got you.
And hate, well, that's kind of a, you know, we see a lot of the ego and hate combination. We see that. We see that. We see that in
But isn't
manufacturing.
that the same? Isn't love and hate the same exact energy?
Well,
Because
they're
you're
definitely on the
really
same
talking about
timeline.
energy.
They're different sides of the equation and different parts of the frequency, but they're on the
They're
same
not.
timeline.
But they're not, because love. If you didn't love somebody, you'd be indifferent. Not the same thing. To not love someone is indifferent.
Okay.
Hate
I'm not
and
gonna go against
love
that.
is the same.
You need
It's
energy for
different.
hate. You need energy for love. You don't really need nothing for indifference. I don't really give a damn.
Indifferent, like I don't give a fuck. That means you ain't tripping.
You
You're
ain't giving
not
no
loving
energy
them.
to it. But you give energy to
Yeah.
love and you give energy to hate. That's true.
Bong bong, as Nam always says. You know, so it's
Kenny,
a
how
different thing. It's different.
is the black man or the black woman more egotistical?
You just can you
I
answer
say the
that
black
though?
man.
The black man. See, y'all on opposite sides of that spectrum. Because you keep
I
saying
say
the
us.
woman.
It and not that everything is negative or whatever, but doesn't it take a big ego to have, like, when you think about when you have like men that had a wife and then had a whole nother family on the other side of town? I
Is
mean,
that ego or is that just life? Is that just
that's ego right there. That's ego. Ego says,
Ego.
I need to, you know, at one point when I was younger, my ego drove me to do pretty much everything. If I went and bought a new car, it was, you know, people gonna love to see me in this. Buy a new shirt, yeah, this shirt nice. People gonna love that Gumby hairstyle that Hassan talked about earlier. Yeah, people gonna dig that Gumby. Not everybody got that.
yeah.
So your ego drove you a lot, especially, you know, as a younger person. You know, you learn to check it as you get older, but as a younger person, you definitely are ego driven. Let me get this job so I can get this big house and fancy car.
Yes.
And, you know, so
Yes.
I think our
Peacocking.
ego, men ego, are bigger than women's.
Hassan, he makes a hard case. You were all over the place, Hassan. Kenny came with receipts. You know what I'm saying? Documentation, dates. You understand me? You
Listen,
over here ethereal about it. You know what I'm saying? How are the women more egotistical when the men out here chasing the women?
Okay, you gotta have the bag, huh?
Hey, let me go even further, Dom, and down that road you were just speaking of. How big an ego a cat have to have as a man to say he gonna outwoman a woman?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
How big an ego you have to have?
You saying your boy Bruce Jenner? You saying your boy Bruce Caitlyn Jenner?
Be a better woman than a woman, and we've all seen the Flame Boys.
You saying your boy Bruce Caitlyn Jenner?
You won.
Has got the biggest ego. He won the Ego Olympics also, is what you saying.
The Ego Olympics. I don't need to win that one. I'm just
wild.
observant.
That's
I'm just observant. That's some ego right there.
He flipped it on you, Hassan. He said, okay, if it's the women, it's a man dressing like a woman.
You won.
That's the biggest ego, nigga. You out here dressing like a woman, trying to make people think you're a woman.
And not only that, there's elements that want to be woman 2.0. Like I'm better.
Oh,
You know,
how is that?
see,
You better than a
it's
natural
limits
woman?
and things that's keeping them from trying to say you don't need women at all. You know, you like you said, I think last week, we can't create, the world can't create without a woman
And without a man. We need them
and
both.
without a
They
man.
both make the equation.
Both make the equation. But there's definitely cats that would.
That's not true.
Oh, wow.
This dude again.
That's not true.
Hassan, you.
Wow.
It's called apotheogenesis. When women can have been a baby without a man, it's called apotheogenesis. That's
Ain't
not
no woman.
Gesundheit.
No.
Apotheogenesis. Women were able to have kids without men, without the sperm. So,
well, are they doing that right now? They're doing that right now?
No, no.
Oh.
I'm just saying. You said they have to, but I said
well, you know, there's other
don't
stories
have to,
also,
right.
Hassan. There's other stories where some women can get pregnant without a man at all by like the stars in the sky. There's stories like that too.
No. But no, this is just not a story because it's in definition. It's a definition. It's apotheogenesis. This is something that's actually happened. I'm not gonna believe the other story about that, but this is something that actually happened.
So you're gonna believe one story over the other story.
But it's been documented though. It's been actually
the other stories documented. All the stories I wrote stories that are documented. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
You're right.
See, I'm not.
Right.
I'm gone. Just think of me as gone already. Just think of me as a voice from the past, and he's just talking like he's gone already. I can't. Like,
has it been documented, or just is just a story? See, that's
what's the difference between a document and a story? What's the difference?
Oh,
you got to write them both down. Oh, you believe? Oh, well, I don't believe in nothing.
Okay. Well, the fact that this is actually I don't have nothing else to say about that because it's documented. It's a story. It could be true. So I get that.
Listen,
I'm gonna let that be.
I'm not saying that somewhere in the cosmos there aren't civilizations where women are just making them, replicating on their own. I mean, sure.
They did.
There's some species here that do that. I'm talking about human beings right now, though. Human beings right now, humanity, mankind. Yeah, women need men to have a baby still today.
They need women to create offspring. Right.
Yeah,
I got that. I'm gonna let that be.
Man.
But
let's get some closing words. Let's get some closing words on apotheogenesis and the topic of ego and whether it's good or bad. Good or bad, Hassan, ego.
I think having an ego, well, I personally think if you have a big ego, it's bad for you because you can't really ground yourself with an ego. Everything has to be through love and stuff, So if that, when you have the more the power to create when you have love, the love vibration, the love energy and stuff.
But we've agreed that love is driven by ego too. We've agreed on that 30 minutes ago.
We did agree on that?
Yeah, we did. You did too. You don't remember? Okay. This is the same Hassan? Hassan, is this the same Hassan that we had 30 minutes ago?
Well, listen, as far as the spiritual side, you can't have an ego and stuff. I'm sorry. As far as the spiritual world, you can't have an ego when it comes to the power of creating or to manifesting, you can't have an ego. But your ego has to be balanced, I would say. So yes, okay, it has to be balanced. So love would be connected to ego, but you have to have a balance.
Kenny, can you just give us a real world summation of ego? I mean, is it good or evil?
It can be both, but as long as it's kept in check, it can definitely be creative. It can be destructive. It's a matter of balance. If you keep that balance, you can definitely move through life with your ego. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think ego keeps the world moving. Like I said, it's your ego that makes you walk up to that woman, you 5'5", and she 5'10" and statuesque, and you say, I think I can pull that.
What's happening?
So, yeah. So I think his ego
Well,
make
let
you.
Me ask you this, Kenny. Was white supremacy good for planet Earth then? Since it was that was very ego driven. White supremacy was ego driven concept, and you got a lot of shiny buildings out of it. Was that good?
No, it wasn't.
The buildings were here already, homie.
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
Again, if that had kept in check, let's say some person in Italy said, you know what, I want to go and visit and meet new people.
Wow.
They turned it into I want to go drag you out of there. Well, let's say they came and said, hey, this whole other world over there. Let's go and build it together. It could have been that. It could have been better. It really could have been.
It really could have
been.
It
didn't have to be you do it and now
it was a very ego. It was a very ego driven enterprise, I would say.
It was. So it really could have been. It was their negative ego that came there and said, I'm here, but you're a foreigner. I'm on your soil, but you're the foreigner.
You're the foreigner. Wow.
I've traveled places and I hear people say, that damn foreigner, I came to your country, but now I'm looking at you as a foreigner.
That's wild.
So
it's wild. It's actually psychotic and it's very ego driven.
It really is.
Good banter on the topic once again, fellows. Can you tell them where they can find you at?
Check me out on Instagram at Kendu_Kenny L. Sorry, I'm late to the party.
Is that a part of the URL?
My ego didn't have me check the time right.
Oh. Sorry, I'm late is the part of the URL, ladies and gentlemen. Kendo_Mickens. Sorry, I'm late. Make sure you put the
there it is.
It's a new thread. Hey, Hassan, we live, we love, we juice.
We juice, and we don't like people telling me what to do.
Oh,
that's
ego.
Even though I play
that's
sports,
ego.
My ego never liked when people used to try to tell me what to do.
I can relate to that.
I always had a problem with somebody trying to tell me what to do.
Oh,
isn't that tough in sports? Because
yes,
you have if you from up to the professional level, you have coaches,
got a coach,
things like that, or even into the professional level.
Put me in, coach,
or owners.
You have to say it. You have to say it to me nice. You have to say it to me.
Oh,
I can understand.
Do you hear this guy? Do you hear Troy Aikman?
I would buck back against coach.
Buck. Did you just use
so your ego didn't want to be told anything?
Well, it depends on various degrees, because I had one coach that knew he was a lying piece of shit. Once he tried to tell me what to do, I was like, nigga, no, I ain't listening to you. You are trash.
Oh.
And I was the kind of person, and other people would talk smack and do it and say it, but they wouldn't go with the plan. And I was like, no, I'm with it. If he's trash, shit. I ain't listening to him. People would just talk.
You with all the drama.
They would talk about it. And I would like,
you be about it.
They would just talk, and I'm being about it because I'm not with the shit, the fuckery. So I was with it, like,
which makes you with it.
Being part of a team, you really have to squash your ego, because if you're on a team, let's say you're a cornerback and you say, I'm going to run in there to try to get a safety sack, and now you're out of position. That hurts your team. So you again,
it's like pouring the milk first. It's kind of like pouring the milk first.
No, it's not like pouring the milk first. It's not the same.
Hey, yo, man. On that note, tell them where they can find the wheat juice, bro.
Okay. Wejuice.com. OUI is how you spell we, like French. Yes, we, ma chérie. Wejuice.com. You got vegetable juices, you got fruit-based juices, you got hydration juices. So fruit and vegetable, as you know, if you don't know, it hydrates. You need H3O2 to hydrate your body. If we eating anything else besides fruits, vegetables, and nuts, it's all fun food. It ain't really nutritious for you.
Wow.
Okay. That's why I supply juices, because juices gives you the real nutrients and stuff.
Okay.
Bum,
So you about juices.
What?
Juices.
Juice.
That's right. It's always
I don't
about
like
juice.
I don't like waters anymore.
I don't like water. I like juice. Juice. Wow.
I don't drink water
technically
anymore.
don't drink water.
I'm not gonna let you do that, Kenny. I'm not gonna let you do that to him, Kenny. See,
I don't drink water anymore. I drink watermelon juice all day long. I don't
you've been
drink water
delivered.
anymore.
You've been
I don't
delivered.
drink water anymore. I've been delivered. I've been delivered. Delivered. I've been delivered. I don't drink water no more. I don't drink water no more.